Hi guys, welcome back to Blue Pitch channel. I'm Putin, and I'll try to make a short video to compare the deck list I used in calling Phuket end up with a second place, and the deck list I used in the World Championship. After that, I'll just make a quick update in those new matchup like Hatchet Dori, Kayo, Prism, and Victor. The first thing you probably will notice is the mass of punching lengths. I run lengths in every matchup except for Dromai, because nowadays every hero have 9 to 10 armor and they want to try to play the pure number value game, and the length is one of the answer of it, I think. And now this honor hit effect is very relevant in tons of matchup. So that's why I'm playing length instead of the mass of momentum. And after the first week of the progress, Dromai should be hit with a legend, then you can replace mass of momentum with another warmonger or any card you want. Now I'm running 7 Bonds of Ancestry. Before I'm play 5+1 in the sideboard, because now we play length in every matchup, and doing the double bond or triple bond is our main game plan, and I don't want to run out of bond when we do it, so yeah, that's why. And now I'm running standing order instead of the Soviet Strike. Many people are asking me how I feel about standing order. I personally love this card a lot, and I'll describe it like a mini E-Strike because the flexibility, and it also serves as a zero cost popper in those illusionist matchup. And this card can save your arsenal in some way, like if your opponent play CNC and pummel, disable, leave no witnesses, and you can have your arsenal become a guaranteed to block value. And sometimes you will have a let's say you have a Bonds of Ancestry in your arsenal and you draw Art of War without bonds, then you can block with standing order, sink your arsenal, and put your Art of War in your arsenal to set up for next turn. And that's something that the Soviet Strike can't do, and I just love this card. Let's move to the Cyber Park. So I changed Reinforced Line and 2 Warmonger Diplomacy to Spinning Wheel Kick and Tenacity, and a extra Cyclone 1 house in my sideboard. Those cards mainly is for Hatchet Dori, which I think will have many on the field. And the Tenacity is a must if you want to win the Victor matchup, although it just makes you slightly have a chance, but yeah, you have to include this in your deck. So what does this card do? The best scenario, of course, is we play against a warrior and they block with Dynamo, so we have the combo to get rid of it. But it's also good when we banish another equipment like their arm or their chest, and Balance of Justice is pretty good. If you include this card in your deck, they have to block their equipment very carefully. If they misblock some way, and they will just lose their equipment. If you are lucky enough to banish their Dynamo, you're probably going to win the game easily. And if you think this card is not performing well, and you can always just switch it to the third Warmonger or any card you want. Okay, now we will talk about those new matchup one by one. We'll start with Hatchet Dori. They are one of the best value deck in the format, and they also have some high roll potential like Spellbot and Hidden One. And the game plan I play against Hatchet Dori is kind of like Victor, but because Dori doesn't have disruption, So if you have the hand to go, then they just can't stop you. I won't play this matchup aggressively because they like to block, and when we have our starter like Belay Water or Spinning Wheel Kick, Sunshine, they'll probably just block it, and so we have to set up to get through for those armor and free blocks in their hand. One of the reasons why Hatchet Dori is so valuable is because they can block their dynamo every turn, and they can swing hatchets to you, and if it hit, they can swing for another one for free. And my game plan is to try to block when I don't have the good hand, so they can activate their hero ability to swing the third one, and I'll just arsenal and waste a 1 value on their dynamo. All you have to do is try to get a Art of War and a double triple bond turn, end up with a tenacity for like 9 or 10, and try to Kotachi lock them out of the game. Let's move on to Kayo. Some player might think this matchup is like an aggro matchup, but we tested it out and we found out it's like a more mid-range matchup. That's why I'm running Tunic instead the Hidden Cost Trap. I'm running CNC and Flick Flag in this matchup. Flick Flag is so easy to gain full 9 value of it in this matchup, and we're definitely going to play it. And CNC, one of the best cards that when they play like a CNC or Sandbag King, and then we block 2 cards and swing back with a CNC. They also have plenty 0 block or 2 block in their deck, so a CNC probably will get some armor as well. That's 2 key to play with Kayo. One is always just save your armor for their CNC or Sandpacking for 7, so don't block them easily. And the second thing is you have to play around their flashback, their Happist. If you have a whole 5 hand and you take like 20 damage, if they can stop your whole turn by just blocking a flashback, then you should just probably don't make that play. I know sometimes you have to take the risk, but there's some way that we can play around it. For example, let's say we have a blue Sharing Strike, a Woman Gustwife, and a 100 Ring. This hand is, you don't mind your opponent block with flashback. If they banish our Gustwife, we can just play the 100 Rings. If they don't, we can go for the bonds, of course. And this is the kind of hand that I will take all the damage for it. But if like a blue Sharing Strike, Woman Gustwife, and an E-Strike, if they block with flashback and they banish your Woman Gustwife, then you're holding a E-Strike end turn, IPing yourself. And this hand, I usually just be patient and just play the E-Strike or just block 9 and wait for the next turn. And also our length is so good in this matchup, because you can always play like a 100 Ring, and your hand have a Strength Strike, your 100 Ring hit, you just grab every combo card into your banish zone, then you push for the Strength Strike. They have no way to stop it. And in this matchup, I'm highly prioritizing the Sanding Gustwife and Woman Gustwife into my arsenal, because once we draw Strength Strike, they can't stop your second combo card. Even they try to stop your turn by blocking the flashback, you can just flagging another Gustwife, and if they hit, you can go for the lanes, go for the bonds, and try to get a Dishonor, and it will give you the tempo. Okay, we'll move on to Prism. You can see I play CNC, Standing Order, and Flick Flag. I play extra blue because we're putting so much red in our deck. And my game plan is just don't letting their hero hit, because if their hero doesn't hit, it doesn't do much, right? So just block and stack your graveyard, keep their soul low, and we draw a decent hand, we just easily get like 32 damage that turn. And wild length over Mass of Momentum, because once we have our Dishonor in our graveyard and then we play our Sharing Strike, we are easily threatening a activate Dishonor by using the length and Katsu ability to find the combo piece, and they have to respect it. There's a couple of things that you want to be careful in this match. First thing, and is the most important thing, is they always have the access to use their Halo to find a Fragment of Judgment. When this fragment enters the battlefield, they can turn a card in our banish zone face down. That means when we search for a combo card with our heal ability or our mask, and they can instant respond with this one and stop your combo turn. So keep that in mind, and don't just banish everything into your banish zone and try to go a double bond, triple bond turn if they can just stop you by searching this fragment. Usually they will have 6 to 8 value by cracking the Halo into this one, but it's gonna happen anyway, so it's okay. And the second tricks they can do is when they have an angel on the battlefield, and if we want to attack their angel for your heal ability or the heal effect like Belay Water or Omega's Wave, they can use their Halo search for this angel, and when this fragment enters the battlefield, they can deal 1 damage to themselves to destroy the angel by Ward 4. And because you are not attacking anymore, and your card doesn't have go again, so it will just stop your whole turn. And the last thing, of course, is Arclight Sentinel. One of the reasons I play this matchup so defensively is because if we took 14 or 18 damage by 2 Herald and they search for a bunch of Fragment and Angel, and we're starting with like a 100 win or Art of War, they respond with Arclight Sentinel, and we do nothing by losing 20 value of it, and yeah, I just don't want that happen. It's not an easy matchup. There's a lot of mind game going on in the game, and it's very different playstyle against Prism compared to other matchup. So yeah, we can move on to Victor. Maybe this is the worst matchup we can have, and I'm running 60 with Tenacity and Standing Order and a extra blue. I think the only way you can win this is high roll and try to get a Art of War double bond, triple bond turn and end up with a Tenacity. And in calling Phuket, I lose one game like 0 to 20 or 30 lives, and I high roll another game by a Art of War double bond and Tenacity. I would say it's normal to lose this matchup, and I don't really have a plan on it, to be honest. I just hoping to dodge it or high roll. It's that not much I can do. You know, all my teammates are playing Victor, and in our testing, I think I can't even win one game in 10 rounds. That's how bad is it. So what I actually do when I play against Victor, I'll just block if they have the disruption. If they didn't have it, I'll usually just take the damage and try to get the tempo, and usually your life total will go down pretty quick. So if you draw a nice decent hand, all you can do is pray for your opponent don't have the disruption, so you don't have to block it, and try to go off. Alright, that's pretty much my update for the Katsu deck list. And thank you guys for all the support. I'm pretty happy about this deck. I have a good run with it. If you have any question or anything that want to say to me, feel free to drop a comment below. I will try to reply it ASAP. and I can't wait to play Zen in next set. I'll see you guys in Tokyo, and thanks for watching.